Okay, let's go over the Vueroid parking mode. So we're logged into the app and we want to change the settings to make sure that parking mode works. So we go directly into settings, and as you can see right here, you have voltage cutoff. So if you are worried about the low battery protection of the unit, it's got settings all the way from 13.3 volts down to 11 volts. And what's nice about the 11 volts is it allows you to hook up a battery pack or external battery to it with no issues at all. So what's nice because then you don't have to worry about the low battery protection at the 11 volt setting. Now, we would recommend setting on 12.1 or 12.3 volts for most vehicles just because of the low battery protection that's needed, especially for a lot of newer vehicles. So let's go downwards here. You can change your voltage cutoff time. So if you want it only for like a couple hours, you can have it for a couple hours. You want it 24 hours, 48 hours. Keep in mind, it depends on the setting. If you're using low power mode, 48 hours, no big deal. You're using motion detection or time lapse, which draws a lot more current, which we have brought up in the video. Just make sure that you're cautious. We do recommend if you are going to run motion or time lapse, most vehicles, I would only set it for like 3 hours because they are constantly drawing a lot of current in those modes. Now, as we go down here, as you can see, parking record auto is on, so it'll automatically go into parking recording when you turn the ignition off, and parking mode event alert. So we'll actually give you an alert if any incidents took place while you were parked. Just like this here.
There is event recorded during parking mode.
And as you can see, parking recording, we are in motion recording. Or you can change to time lapse, which you'll see in the video, the difference between motion detection and time lapse. And if we go into low power mode, as you see, as soon as I turn low power mode, which is that 2 milliamps impact detection parking mode, as soon as I turn that on, you'll notice the motion recording gets grayed out, which means you have no access to turning motion or time lapse on because low power mode actually bypasses all of those settings completely. And as soon as I turn it back on or off, you will see motion detection is turned back on and you can select between motion or time lapse parking modes. Now, when we go into parking mode, we're using ultra night vision. Now, we find that works the best from our testing. It is going to be up to you on whether or not you want to see different options while parked. Maybe there's different things you want to see. Maybe you park in a different area where maybe HDR or normal will work better for you. From our test, we did find ultra night vision work the best. But as you can see, you have the option of normal, HDR, or ultra night vision. This is a nice little feature, rear recording in parking mode. So you can turn this on or off. So let's say you back into your stall and you park somewhere where you really don't need to have the rear camera on at all while parked. And you're not worried about it because no one should hit you from behind, all in theory, right? So why not turn it off? It will actually save you current draw. You might as well. But keep in mind, if somebody was to do something from behind and it doesn't wake up and it wakes up, but it doesn't record anything because you have it turned off, that is also can work against you depending on where you park and what you are worried about. So as we keep going here, we have parking impact set for high. We do find so far that seems to work the best on most vehicles, but it's going to be up to you. If you do find you're getting way too many false alerts, you may want to look at changing those settings. And then motion detection, you can actually change front motion and you can also change rear motion from low, mid, or high. And to me, I actually think that is very important because a lot of vehicles, it can be hard. Like for instance, get a hatch like a RAV4 or a Honda CR-V. Those are very popular vehicles. A Mazda CX-5, you probably only want to have it on low for rear motion. You don't need to have it on mid or high. That'll just be way too sensitive because literally people can walk right by your car in very close proximity and you don't need it giving you recording so much stuff for no reason at all. So we have voice recording is on. And this is kind of really cool. I haven't really seen a lot of these features on other dash cameras that I can think of. I could be wrong, but I don't remember seeing this feature on another dash camera. The voice recording is on. Okay, that's normal. Or you can have it off. But what about having on event only? So what that means is as you're driving, if you get into an accident, when that event happens, it will actually record audio just for when the accident happens. So that could actually be really critical because it could have some good information for you. The other thing is for event and parking. So you can also have the option for event and parking mode. As you can see, I have it on. I'm not worried about it. I have nothing to hide, but everybody is different. Sometimes people have very professional business conversations that they're having, and they may not want to be recorded or have any of those accidentally leak out when they're trying to share a video. So, in terms of the actual parking mode, but that's pretty much it. If you do have any questions at all regarding the Vueroid parking mode, feel free to leave them down below.